After days worth of preparation and an incredibly poor job of shaving this morning, comes my last trip here at Mines to the mighty San Juan Mountains. It started last night, where I would have left if I didn't have a programming languages midterm, but although that wasn't the grade exam, saw the northern lights last night. Well, of all the concerns I have on this trip, running out of food should not be one of them. Got 6 bags of pot roast here, 3 bags of chicken tortilla soup, a bunch of bars, apples, and 5 wraps over here. Two years ago, I climbed Uncompahgre Peak, and during that time, I spent a couple hours just walking around Lake City, enjoying the fall atmosphere. So I want to come back and do it again. Walking around here, just kind of wondering what people do for work here. The only other 2 towns near here are Creed and Gunnison, both not big towns themselves. They're both an hour away from here. I'm sure tourism is a big sector, but it is so remote here. Well, a lot of driving, prep, and shaving mistakes today, but I got a pretty cool campsite here. Cars down there. Sort of whole abandoned mining town here. This is tragic. This is terrible. Well, sometimes these trips just don't always go the way you expect them to. I spilled all that soup over my car, and a bunch of rain is coming in. This was a huge silver mine here. Probably the only reason Lake City exists. I think one of the mines is right here. Here's where all the supplies are. Got a dark little hole here. It's freezing cold coming out of there. No clue why. You can see rail track. Yeah, I don't know how much I trust walking across that one. Namesake for Lake City, Lake San Cristobal. This was formed only 850 years ago when a rock slide dammed off the Gunnison River here. believe this might be Red Cloud Peak. At least it's somewhere in that direction. And then out here somewhere is Handy's Peak. Another look at Uncompahgre. Wetterhorn right here. I was debating climbing it today, but I actually just ran into a couple mines guys, and one of them I knew, and we caught up. I know I say this a lot, but this is going to go down as one of my cooler campsites. This feels like the Yosemite of Colorado. In a pretty unknown area. Got the classic Colorado fall experience today of being burning hot in the van, wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Sun starts going down and it's pants and a puffy time. San Luis Peak. Well, I'm here in Creede, Colorado. And once again, not everything goes to plan. I was gonna do this hike later today. Found out that the road that goes to it is through private property. There's another way you could hike to it, and you can drive up if you have a really good 4x4 vehicle. But the hike is 15 miles. And I'm not quite in the mood for 15 miles today. So there's a scenic drive you can do around Creede. Turns out my car won't be making it up that either. So instead, just gonna walk around Creede today. This town, like many others in the San Juans, was founded strictly off silver. And at one point, there were 10,000 people that lived in Creede, and 300 people were moving a day here. The price of silver crashed. Now less than 300 people live here at all. Can you imagine having some just incredible rock climbing routes in your yard? This area becomes an ice hockey rink in the winter, as you can see by the bleachers here. It's got to be the most scenic hockey rink in the country. all of the ore from this area would have to get shipped all the way to El Paso, Texas to get processed.